Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Ives number 0F3. This is a ventilating sash lock is what this is. Very, very common, very typical, and very shocking that Ives no longer offers this lock. I have seen this installed. Oh, the home I grew up in was built in the 19-teens. And when we moved into the house in the early 1970s, my father installed these everywhere. And they work splendidly because what you can do, obviously, is allow a window to ventilate, but not open all the way. The scenario is this. You've got some windows that could easily be reached from the outside, ground level. If you want the window ajar to ventilate, 6-inch or whatever the case is, that's great, but you don't want someone to be able to break the screen and then lift the door up and come in quite simply. So the ventilating sash lock is a perfect solution for this. Again, shocking that they don't make them anymore. We have them in stock, at least at the time of this video. Let me give you an idea of the dimensions of the item. Overall height of the sash lock, about 1 inch and 9/16. Overall width of the sash lock, about 1 inch and 3/8. Overall projection, about 1 inch, 1 inch. Okay. Now you're going to get a strike plate with this. Tiny little strike that's going to be mounted to the top rail of the lower sash. Overall width, just heavy on 1 inch. Overall depth, about 3/4 inch. Yes. There is a link. There are a few links below this video. First to the installation instructions, which basically tell you place lock about 6 inches from the bottom of the upper sash. Okay. Place lock about 6 inches from the bottom of the upper sash. Attach strike plate on top of the lower sash directly under the lock. Okay, so what they're saying is when the windows are in the closed position and you've got the window in front of you that opens, that's the lower sash. Place the lock about 6 inches from the bottom of the upper sash. Okay, so they're basically referring to the upper sash, the window that you're not lifting to pull open. From the top of the lower sash, 6 inch up on the upper sash is where you'd locate the ventilating lock. 6 inch is what the installation instructions say. It doesn't mean where you have to install them, but that's where they indicate to be installed. Locked position, unlocked position. There is also a link below this video to the original patent that was applied for well over 100 years ago. And of course, not only something just interesting like that, but because this lock is so old and has been around for over a century, there's another piece of, historical sort of data, the original, probably brief description of the lock as it comes out of the original catalog, as it at some point appeared in an Ives catalog. So here's what you're going to have. You're going to have, from your perspective, your sash is going to be out here and lifts in front of this. You're going to attach this let's start that over. Okay, here we go. You're going to have there we go. Okay, upper sash. This is attached to the upper sash, right through the face. Lower sash is out here and lifts. When you throw this button out, it will prevent the upper sash from lifting past that point, allowing whatever portion that's opened to ventilate. This strike plate is mounted to the top of that lower sash, so that when it's lifted, it makes contact. That's exactly how this works. Okay. Not really so much maybe applicable to a second floor window, but it's for that ground floor. And I remember thinking to myself as a child that I was grateful for the lock to be there because it would literally prevent someone from lifting the window open quite easily. This lock had been available in different finishes. The only finish we currently have is the 3 finish, or the F3, which is brass finish. This is going to be like an aluminum base material. Okay. I know it was at one time available also in chrome, or like a chrome type color. Nothing was really ever, it was not made of solid brass. And let's see if I can get an idea of other finishes that it was available in. I certainly can. It's interesting, there is a historical document that I had referred to earlier called out a bronzed iron, a copper finish, polished bronze, antique copper, highly polished bronze, and antique copper bronze. So there you go. Obviously I would think that material was made, obviously being made of iron at that point was not something very inexpensive like this. It would have been inherently a different lock, but there you go. I don't know the templating of the original locks, but let me show you the dimension on the screw holes to help determine if that's going to work. You can see from one end, about 3/8 to one hole, and then about 1 1/4 inches to the next. Okay. My name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. There's a link below this video to the Ives manufacturers page where you can pull up the full Ives catalog and review all things Ives related. Surely over the last 20 years they've discontinued lots of items because there's no market for it anymore. I would imagine at a price that is profitable to Ives, but their name remains synonymous with high quality trim and auxiliary hardware, whether it's for home use, obviously commercial use, hinges, pivots, door stops, kick plates, push and pull hardware. They have a fantastic offering of commercial pivots for use in wood, metal, aluminum doors, and then of course pin and barrel and aluminum continuous geared hinges. If you have any questions on the Ives F3, when ventilating sash lock or any other Ives product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.